So we are at our project on the east side of Detroit. It's Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood. And this this is the perfect example of how not to do a rehab. So a couple things I want to just point out. First is this, what in the world is this, right? They put this weird tile on this chimney and didn't finish. It's all busted up first. You didn't fix the busted up first. The windows, look at that. Look at the gaps in those windows. This one's a little bit better, but the gaps are just terrible. Look at this here. This wall, when it was installed, should it needed to be shimmed out. Didn't happen. This is the result of that. So we'll be able to fix that, but it's not gonna look as nice as if they would have did it the right way. So we got mud on top of paint. All right, lots of mud too, not just a little bit of mud, not skim coating, but a lot of mud. So, and that's a perfect example. That happens when you paint too soon. So look at this window. They took this. They took a tiny window and in a big opening, and they just shimmed the heck out of it, and it looks terrible. Same with this one. This one's the same. Yeah. Look at the gap on top. So this room here. Look at this. So left the windows open. It's about, I don't know. It's about 10 degrees outside right now Fahrenheit, and windows open. We got some windows in here. So these are the bigger windows that would have fit into those other windows. Instead, they used the smaller windows and just and framed them in, and so you got all this extra space. And now you got window openings that the bigger windows don't fit in because they weren't meant for that window. They were meant for the bigger windows. Uh, so we got all this of wood that they're going to use to shim it out, I guess. Plumber came in and opened that up because it wasn't done properly. So the plumbing wasn't done properly. I paid another plumber to come and fix it, and so now I got drywall to do again. Um, you know, we've got a laminate countertop on a house that I'm trying to sell for the high end of 150, 160. Instead of a nice granite countertop, I've got a laminate countertop. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that windowsill. So we busted up this floor. We put floor tile down, busted up, put new tile down, busted up again. So, so these let's go take a look upstairs. This house has a lot of potential, but because the rehab is done so poorly, it absolutely killed the budget. The homeowner is gonna lose her shirt over this house. So again, too small of a window and an opening. Look at this. Look at that. just embarrassingly bad. Look at that. Look at the vanity's actually blocking the vent. Look at that. Look at that beautiful door jamb. That's quality work right there, folks. So they see that these are the bigger window openings. That those, we have some windows that will fit that. Look at that. Let's cut the trim up. Uh, Another door jamb that's really well done. It's a 3-bedroom house. Oh wow, this is even worse. So I'm speechless. I'm just speechless by that. I'm wondering why my fingers are numb. Oh, that one's that. Look at that bad. That is pretty remarkable that somebody thought this was a good job. Let's pretend like the attic doesn't exist in the house and let's not touch anything. Oh, look at this door. This door is now busted because of all the weight. If they would have just installed it properly to begin with, we wouldn't. Now we're gonna have to fix the door, or replace the door. I mean, so yeah, this is how not to do a rehab. Again, look at that. It's just pretty unbelievable. And let's take a look outside. So again, how not to demo a garage. That's how you don't. You don't just cut the bottoms out and let it fall. So okay, well, so that's how. This is why I inherited this house as a favor to the owner, because the contractors just obliterated for budget, and the quality of work is embarrassing. So let's talk about what we will do. Right, one thing we'll do is we're going to put all new windows in that fit. Right, we're going to sand these floors all in here. We're going to sand the upstairs is going to get sanded. We're going to carpet the downstairs. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We may have to sand the whole house. Again, new windows. These windows are coming out. We're going to put windows in that fit. Look at this here. See that the quality of work. It matters. All right, it matters. So we'll have to fix the trim, put the windows in, fix the trim. At least the doors are painted. We gotta get some of the paint off the doorknobs. Replace this door right here. Replace that window. Replace these 2 windows. Sand these walls down. Paint them. We'll probably paint the steps. The bathrooms. We gotta just take all this door jamb down and just replace it. Fix it. Got a lot of drywall work to do. We might just cover that with trim. This window, it's gotta be. We need a bigger window here. All this wood that was wasted. I guess they just thought it was okay to leave the uncut pieces exposed like that instead of using bullnose. That's not gonna work. That's coming out. This whole wall's got to come out. Well, yeah, this whole wall's got to come out because it's not level. You can see by the schluter it's not level, right? And then up there, that's actually backer board up there. It's not drywall, so that's got to be cut out and replaced with drywall, green board. This wall looks okay. That looks okay. Glaze the tub. We got some damaged drywall behind the toilet. We need some trim in here, and look at this wall. I mean, we need to skim coat this. New window there. Look at this, the trim, missing trim. Again, we'll probably end up putting like a 1 by or 2 by along, make it level so it looks like it's more natural, and then railing on the other side here. We're gonna keep this door, finish sanding this down, and take this door jamb out. There's no point of this door jamb being here. There's no door here. So take the door jamb out, wrap the drywall. These windows are okay, but we gotta wrap them now, on the inside and out. See, this is the floor. I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead and just carpet in here. Mainly because of this back room here. We're gonna have to put OSB board down back here to level it out, and then that's what I mean. We'll just probably just carpet the whole downstairs, and we'll have to fix the chimney here. All right, we got to fix the inside first, and then we're gonna take this terrible looking tile down and redo it. This is illegal. Doesn't meet code. You can't do that. You can't have it sideways like that. Look at the corner bead right there. That's got to come down and be redone the correct way. We're gonna have to find vents for these holes in the floor here. We will put a door. Nah, we won't put a door here. We got to clean it up though. All right, we got to wrap it properly. Drywall, it needs to be sanded. There's a couple missing pieces. Look down here. See that right there? We got to fix that. It may be better just to demo this and just put a nice fresh sheet. Same with this. I mean, this is all broken up, and this isn't drywall. This is plaster. So it's just easier and cleaner just to demo this and just put a new piece of drywall up. All right, look at that. See up there? That's the plan. That's gonna be the plan. We're gonna take this old trim down and replace that. We gotta trim out the side door here. This mud just caked on the walls. I mean, absolutely caked on the walls. So the stairs, he made those steps a little bit too wide, but we can live with that. We can, we'll probably just put some peel and stick tile that matches whatever that we're gonna put in the tile we're gonna put in the kitchen, and then we'll paint the risers. Same with this one. Actually, I don't think there are any risers on this. They're not. So we're gonna have to. And the way he set it up, we can't put risers on it. See what he did there? So okay, we'll just end up just put little the edges on it. Paint the railings. We got we got junction box with nothing in it. That's beautiful. We got to close that off. We got a furnace here. It's on. There's no heat coming out though. So I don't know if the pilot blew or what. I don't smell gas though. So I'll double check that. My fingers are actually a little numb because it's so cold in here. Look at that. What the heck is that? They just use cinder blocks to hold that up. No, not gonna work. That's lazy contracting right there. Lazy contracting 101. See this right here, this chipped paint? It's gonna be sanded down or boxed in. You gotta protect the homeowner from that. All right, so we got some rotted wood up there. That's gotta be fixed. Both windows have rotted wood. We're gonna have to fix those. This bathroom here. Well, first of all, before we get to the bathroom, we're gonna cover this here. We're gonna have to put like sealant in these cracks. This crack happened when they lifted the back of the house up. So it doesn't mean there's not foundation issues anymore. It's been fixed, but it's got to be it's not done. Oh, and they took the stack. It was actually right there. You see, it's cut. They cut it and then they didn't fix it. They didn't put it back. Man, oh man. Got pipes coming out of the wall just randomly. This bathroom, so the toilet, the sink is in, the drain of the shower's in. No drywall, no flooring. So I guess we're gonna have to tile around the tub, huh? Why in the world would you do that? And it's clearly leaking. You can see the wetness. Wow. So that's we got more probably rotted wood. We gotta scrape and paint that if it's not rotted. I love how they have half the window blocked. Again, there's some scraping and painting around that needs to be done. Drywall, this was actually drywalled at one point, but the neighborhood flooded last summer, and just ruined all the drywall, so we had to redo it. That's why the steps were rebuilt. They were fine 6 months ago, but they had to be rebuilt because they were sitting in water, sitting in 4 feet of water. So so they were no good anymore. That's got to be sealed. We got some water coming from something down there. That's got to be sealed. And we got to figure out why this thing isn't pumping heat out. I'm not an HVAC professional. I don't pretend to be. I'm gonna let the professionals come in and fix that. Again, this is rotted wood. We're gonna have to clean that up. Can't leave it like that. Yeah, this house is a mess. We're gonna paint the floors in here. That's about it. The walls we'll paint. We'll paint the floors. Obviously the drywall, when the bathroom goes up, will get painted. This was painted already. This one was painted, but they didn't paint that one. And they didn't paint that one over there. So I don't understand that, but whatever. We'll make sure it's done. It's and then of course the garage. We got to get that out of there. This place is truly a disaster, but we'll get it one step by step. We'll get it done. And really, if you look at these stairs, look at the top step. That landing is not sitting flush, and it's because it's just sitting on cinder blocks instead of getting the right wood. It's just sitting on 2 cinder blocks, so it needs to be bumped up. I don't know, an inch, maybe an inch, half inch to an inch. Yeah, so good times. This is one I dread coming to, because we basically got to tear it apart before we can build it back up. So this is why you don't use unlicensed contractors on your jobs, because you get this. And I love all the nails just sticking out of the stairs, and just exposed where people can just run into them. So that's obviously not going to work either. So things like this. Oh my goodness. Oh, I laugh, but I cry a little inside too, because this place is a mess. I feel bad for the homeowner, because she's gonna lose a lot of money to get this thing livable. All right. Well, we'll get some updated pictures or videos in the coming weeks. Hopefully, we'll get some progress, and remember these videos when we're finished. When I do a walkthrough when we're finished and see the difference, it's gonna look like a whole new house. Until then.